Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. So today I'm going to talk about constipation. So constipation and bowel movements is a big issue and a big talking point because it's actually the beginning of a lot of diseases. If your sewage system, your body's sewage system is not working, it's not eliminating the toxins, it's not getting rid of all the stuff that's sitting there, then it's going to accumulate and it can cause a lot of problems down the line. It's been linked to things like headaches, migraines, cancers, especially bowel cancer, colon cancer, diverticulosis, high cholesterol, hypertension, general body aches, body pains, kidney problems, liver problems, diabetes, CVD. So all of these can start with a blocked gut, a blocked colon. So some of the immediate signs of constipation can be stomach ache, stomach cramps, depression, decrease in appetite, bloating, nausea, hard, lumpy stools. You have to sit on the toilet for a long, elongated time. It's uncomfortable. You have to strain to get your stool out, your feces out. So I'm going to talk to you about how to prevent it, how to treat it, and what you can do to not have it in the future, how to flush out your system and support your system and have a healthy sewage system, a healthy colon. And that leads to a healthy body, healthy, good circulation, and general good feeling. So when you are sitting on the toilet, it should be quick. It should just like fall out of you. It shouldn't take a long time to get it out. The way that we sit on the toilet is also not facilitating an easy bowel movement because your legs are down and it constricts your rectum or your anus. So it would be better if you put a little step under your feet, lift up your knees so that you are more in a crouched position, and this opens up your bowel and your rectum, your anus, so that your feces can come out very easily and without straining and without the need to sit and have pain, because that can also cause rectal prolapse or piles. So all of these things can be prevented by what we put in. So constipation is defined by having less than 3 bowel movements per week, and then it is hard and you have to strain and it's painful. It's also linked to psychomotor or psychological diseases, for example, fears, anxiety, depression, OCD. So these anxiety-based mental conditions, so it's also linked to those. And at the end of the video, I'll come to some recommendations for the different parts of constipation. So windiness and bloatedness is also linked to constipation. This is when your food has an elongated time in your bowels. It can lead to excess fermentation and bloating and winds and painful winds as well. So if your feces and your food is moving through your digestive system in an adequate time, not a prolonged time, then it's just going to move out. But if it's in there for a prolonged period of time, it can cause excess fermentation because you have bacteria there, which is they're fermenting your food and creating some lovely nutrients and minerals and energy for you. But if it stays there for too long, then it will become an excess. So they'll start fermenting the insoluble fiber, and that can cause bloatedness and winds. So let's start with how to prevent it. So an easy first way is drink lots of water. Don't eat too much. If you eat too much, it can cause constipation, especially if you are eating dehydrating food. Animal products are dehydrating. Cheese is dehydrating. Cow's milk, goat's milk, those are dehydrating foods. Salt, dehydrating. Processed sugar is dehydrating. Caffeine is dehydrating. These are all dehydrating foods that if you are using them, you'll need to up your water fluid intake. So things like sugary drinks, sodas, even processed fruit juices, they can cause constipation if taken in excess. The natural fruit form is always the best. When they've taken the juice out, it concentrates all of the fructose, the sugars in it, and it takes away a lot of the fiber, so you don't have that beneficial combo. Because when the fiber goes with the sugars, then it's a slow release and your body can use it. But if it's because if they are separated, then that becomes a problem. It's the same with processed sugars, which is taken from sugar cane or beetroot or wherever is the source of its corn. They remove the sugar part from the fiber part and concentrate it and purify it, and then it becomes a harmful product. Carbonated drinks is also another one that can cause constipation because it's dehydrating the body. So temperance, don't eat too much, avoid these dehydrating foods, stay hydrated. An easy way to see if you are hydrated is you take your hand, you pinch a bit of skin up, you let it go. The amount of time it takes to fall down, if it's very slow, then you are a bit dehydrated. If it's fast, you are well hydrated. So I'm a little bit dehydrated. I can also see my skin is a bit dry. So you'll see your skin is a bit dry. You can look at your skin. You can look at your lips as well. If you have dry lips, you might be dehydrated. If your skin is very tight and it's not elastic, then it can be a sign that you are dehydrated. You can also look at your capillary refill. You can press on your nail bed. So gently press and hold, and how quickly the red comes back is your capillary refill. If it's very quick, then your blood is flowing well. You can do it with your toes as well. So just check your extremity circulation, blood circulation. If you get pins and needles, if you get cold hands and feet, that shows you that there's a circulatory problem, and this could come back to constipation. So I'm not saying it is, but it could. So it's an easy way to flush out your system and to improve your circulation. So let's look at things that can help for constipation. So stretching, walking, exercise, those all go together. So exercise is a very quick and easy way to help with constipation. Usually people who go running, if they do a marathon, somewhere along the line they have to stop and empty their bowels because it has been moving and you have contraction, and that gets your bowels moving. So exercise is fantastic. You can exercise before eating, which is exercise, and after eating, it's assisting with your digestion of your food because it's assisting with the rhythmic contraction of your stomach. So the muscles are helping to contract. Breathing, deep breathing can also help with digestion because you're moving the air, you are pressing down on your intestines, which helps that rhythmic contraction. So deep breathing, using all of your lungs, holding it in for a while, exhale. Deep breathing, using your lungs, using your stomach muscles to breathe, engaging your core when you're breathing, expanding your lungs. This way of breathing can help your digestion. It can also help to regulate your heartbeat by deep breathing. Good posture also helps with digestion because you are erect and all your muscles are engaged. So that's helping put all of your intestines in place and getting them to move adequately and how they should. So stretching, exercise before a meal, after a meal, just taking a walk after a meal can help you to digest your food better. Breathing helps posture. Deep breathing can also help. And then, as I said, not eating a lot of food. So having just an adequate meal, not too much, not too little. So if you're eating a whole big load of the foods, then you can get ready for bloating and gassiness, uncomfortable, nausea, maybe even acid reflux. And also when you are mixing animal products with fruits and vegetables, that can cause that the fruits and vegetables to stay in your system over a prolonged period of time, causing more bloatedness and gassiness. So it's actually the animal proteins that are causing it, but it makes some problems down the line. Animal products are very dehydrating, very acidic, and it's quite harmful to your body. They stay in your digestive system for a long time. Fat as well. So you want to try and eliminate fat. Fats are also quite harmful to your body, and fats get stored as fat because it's the easiest way. So let's talk about fiber. So another one that you can use to eliminate constipation is fiber. So you get soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber means if you put it in water, it will blend in. It is soluble. It will dissolve in water. Non-soluble or insoluble is the hard pieces. They will stay in the water. So if you take a piece of grass, you put it in water, it will not dissolve. It's not soluble. But if you take a soft, ready pear, you put that in the water and you mix it up, the actual flesh fruit part is soluble, but the skin is insoluble. So that's a nice way to see it. So if it will mix in with the water, it's more soluble. If it does not, it's more insoluble. So you need both of them. The insoluble ones are basically like the brooms sweeping out your colon. The soluble ones contain a lot of the nutrients and the minerals, and they will be digested and they will be absorbed in your body. So animal products contain zero fiber. So you're not getting any fiber from any animal product. That's a big negative. You need a high fiber diet to sweep out and move your digestive system so that it gets out, so that you are eliminating your toxins. Fiber binds all of the toxic materials, all of the harmful materials, everything that you want to get out. It binds up and it eliminates it very quickly, very easily. Magnesium deficiency can also cause constipation. So magnesium you find in a whole variety of fruits and vegetables and seeds, and it's especially high in things like pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. They also contain B6, which is also beneficial for your bowel. Then you also want to consume pre and probiotics. So prebiotics are something that leads to a life-giving bacteria being formed. So they are basically all fruits and vegetables. They lead to bacterial growth and beneficial bacterial growth. Probiotic is already the biotic that is being put in. So fermented foods like yogurts, kefirs, kimchi, what's the other one? Sauerkraut. All those fermented foods are beneficial for your gut bacteria because it helps that bacteria grow. So you want to grow the lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. So you want to grow those colonies in your intestines. So pre and probiotics are fantastic, especially things like garlic and onions and bananas and chickpeas and figs and prunes and dried fruits. They are fantastic for promoting your bowel health. Then you want to soak your dried fruits, soak them overnight, and then you have everything together. That just softens them up, loosens the fiber, and gets all those beneficial materials out. Then you want to move as soon as you get up, because you've been sleeping, your blood circulation has concentrated to your organs. So you want to immediately, when you get up, you want to move that blood out to your extremities. You want to get your heart pumping. You want to get moving. So it's good to exercise as soon as you get up. It's good to drink water, a glass of water as soon as you get up. You can add some lemon to your water. That will facilitate better absorption of the water, better circulation and moving. Then you can use fruit, fresh fruit. You can chop fruit up and put it in your water. You can use teas, non-caffeinated tea. Mint, licorice is good for circulation. If you have an excess toxin buildup, you can use charcoal. Just Don't use charcoal for a long time, because charcoal can cause constipation, and charcoal can also bind to your nutrients, your beneficial nutrients. But if you have some toxin buildup, charcoal can bind to that. If you are sick, charcoal can also help to eliminate that. If you are using medications or over-the-counter things, those can lead to dependence, and that can actually make your constipation worse. Yeah, so I've talked about what's the cause, I've talked about how to help it, I've talked about some of the side effects, some of the things that it can lead to. I've talked a little about prevention in fiber, pre and probiotics, water, exercise. I'll talk about a few more. Your sleep cycle is also very important. Your amount of sedentary time you want to lower as well. You don't want to be sedentary for long periods of time. You want to move your body, exercise, decrease your ultra-processed food intake, all those things that I mentioned that are dehydrating. Then simple meals are also important. Hot baths can help, skin scrubbing can help, massaging your body and especially your stomach and your legs to get your lymphatic system moving, that can be beneficial. Decreasing the fat, the salt, the sugar in your diet. As I said, deep breathing. Prune juice is beneficial, or dried prunes that you soak overnight and then eat in the morning, first thing in the morning, can help. You can, in your water container, you can add lemon juice, or you can add chia seeds or basil seeds, and those will also aid in digestion. So this one is a liter container. You can add a cup of basil or chia seeds. You can also do it to taste. You'll soon know what your taste is, and you can add lemon juice as well, a few teaspoons, or you can chop up a whole lemon and put it in. It depends on you. But lemon water, chia water, basil water, as I also said, that helps to sweep the bowel and eliminate toxins. It's like a detoxifying drink. So dried fruits is good, but just soak the dried fruits overnight and then you have them in the morning. So all of these things can help with constipation, and you should be having 1 to 2 bowel movements a day that are soft, like ice cream, soft serve. Smooth, soft, not hard, not lumpy, not liquid. So in the middle, and that is a good bowel movement. Raisins are also fantastic. You can soak them overnight and then have them in the morning on an empty stomach. That helps to move along your digestive system. What I like to do is for breakfast, I have a bowl of oats, add some steamed apple with cinnamon and raisins that have been cooked or steamed for a while. Then I also add ginger. I add some turmeric for your healing of your cells in your body over the oats, and I'll add a little extra cinnamon, and sometimes I'll add another fruit that we have, blueberries or raspberries or cranberries, or I'll add whatever we have at home. But the basis, oats, very high in fiber, soluble fiber. Cinnamon is good for you, raisins, and apple. Apple contains soluble, insoluble fibers, and it helps to sweep out your bowel. So that is what I have for you today on constipation. Just before we go, I just saw one other note that I have is with the mental diseases, psychomotor things like IBS, the fear or anxiety and depression. These can also be helped by nature, by looking at our Creator, having faith and trust in God. This can all help our peace of mind, and having peace of mind and meditating on God's word and the Bible and scripture can help to facilitate health and a smooth and an easy transit through your intestinal tract, through your intestinal system. So that's another one that can really help your health, is having trust and faith in God and learning more about Him, spending time with Him, meditating on His word. So I hope you found this beneficial. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Share this video around. It really helps. My goal is just to help as many people as I can. And as always, stay healthy, and to God be the glory.